everybody. My name's Sarah Mantell. I'm the bariatric coordinator here at Community North Surgical and Medical Weight Loss. I'm with Marjorie Klein. Hi, everybody. Marjorie's our licensed clinical social worker here at our practice. So I'm here to tell you a little bit about what's going on in our practice and with our emotional eating groups. So you are receiving this video because you have signed up to attend one of our emotional eating groups. We're really glad you've decided to join us for these groups. Given kind of what's going on, we are unable to do groups in person, and so we have come up with Marjorie has come up with some very creative ways to make sure that you can get these visits completed at your house. So this is not going to slow down your process. This is going to give you the support that you need, and we're here with you every step of the way. So first of all, emotional eating group 1, emotional eating group 2 are going to be canceled. We are going to let you know what's going on when the third group comes along, but right now we're going to focus on the first 2 weeks. So Marjorie, tell us what are your thoughts on how to kind of get this going?
Well, the first thought was it needs to be something that you could do at home, hopefully easily accessible, something that you would find beneficial. And so what I chose was a book called Life is Hard, Food is Easy. This is the best book that I personally have read on emotional eating. I tell people jokingly that I usually read books, decide if I like them, they go onto my shelf over here if I like them, they go on the shelf over here if I don't like them. And this one is the only book I've actually read twice because it's been something I've really gotten something out of myself. So it's Life is Hard, Food is Easy. The author is Linda Spangle. She's an RN and a counselor, so I like that combination. I have had patients that have read this book tell me that I should make every single patient read this book. And of course, I've not been able to do that, but I always recommend it in almost every single talk that I do with people. So to me, this makes the most sense for patients to do. There's a lot of really good information. She has some really interesting concepts in the difference between head hunger and heart hunger, talks about the emotional box. There's just a lot of really interesting topics in here that I want for people to be able to read and get something. It's a little different than what I do in group, but the basic concepts are the same. So that's my thought on how for you guys to get what you need in these groups, but also do it from home without the guidance of me in groups. So it's your home study. I do give homework in groups, so you have homework. Read this book.
Okay, let's hold this book up a little bit closer.
Okay.
Here's the book, okay? Life is Hard, Food is Easy by Linda Spangle. I did find this book on Amazon, and it was right at $11.
Yes, and you can, I think I saw even you can get it used for like $6 or $7. So it is not, hopefully not going to be a monetary burden. And again, it's the best book that I've found on emotional eating. So it makes the most sense as a place to begin.
Now, is there anything else additional? So we're going to have people read this book, and then what are some additional assignments you'd like them to complete?
The other assignment, I can help people, tell them how to get insight, but I can't give it to you. And one of the things that we know is the best way to help people with insight is doing their food log and their emotional journal in conjunction with that. Basically, it can be just a simple spiral notebook. On one side, you're talking about what it is you're putting in your body for food, and we had a dietitian here that she said if you bite it, you write it, and we've kind of hung on to that. And I think that that's what goes on that one side. It's not about guilt and shame, but it's I don't know how you can figure out what to change until first you figure out what the heck it is that you're doing. So let's do that. And then on the other side, you're documenting things like, what are your carbs or your protein, depending on what program you're in, movement, vitamins, water. But there's a whole half section that talks about thoughts and feelings. So that's the part I think that is often left out in the apps, is the part that talks about thoughts and feelings. So you do need to figure out, okay, every day, what am I thinking? How am I feeling about my day, not about eating? And then how are those things impacting my behavior? Eating behavior is just one behavior, but it is the behavior that we're focusing on here. So I want you to start looking at, okay, how am I feeling every day? The journal takes 15 minutes tops. It does take some time to get used to doing it, but you do the journal to help with accountability. But also, it also helps give you information that you need to make the changes you need. It helps you start figuring out what's the insight I need. But also, every single day, if you're spending 15 minutes on writing in that, documenting in that journal, who's the priority? You are the priority, and so many patients struggle with making themselves a priority in this journal, or in this journey. So I think that by doing that, that is one way to reinforce this journey is important. I need to spend 15 minutes every day looking at my behavior in your weight loss journey.
Perfect.
So journaling, both thoughts and feelings, and your food, and reading the book.
3 things. So, in the email that this is attached to, I will remind you, book, journaling, thoughts and feelings.
Right.
Okay, and then we will be in touch as to next steps. If you have any questions on what the content of this, the content of the book, please feel free to respond to that email. I'll make sure the message gets to Marjorie. We're here to help and support you.
Yes, absolutely.
Make sure that you are a member of our Facebook groups because we are really ramping up that support and doing a lot of different videos. So we are excited to kind of take things more virtually. So I think it's going to work great. So anything else, Marjorie?
No, just thank you all for bearing with me. This is not my favorite thing. To those of you that know me know that I am not really good at the virtual thing, so I'm stepping outside my comfort zone, exactly what I am asking patients to do here with Emotion too. So
Thanks a
I
million.
did it.
Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you
thank
soon.
you.